Year 11s, welcome to your, I can't even remember what the name of the topic is, isn't that terrible? Series and sequences. Okay, so we're going to look at how to do series and sequences. So this is the stuff that we've covered in class already. Okay, so remember our basic rule that the nth term is a plus n minus 1d. Okay, remember this. So let's talk about what all of these stand for. So t is the number term we're talking about. So if they ask you to find the 20th term, the n is going to be 20. Well, actually, it's really n. It's not really t so much as n. So tn, the number of terms, okay? So the number term we're talking about. A is the first term, and d is the difference between each term, okay? So the difference between each term, and that's going to be the same each time, isn't it? Oh, I just said time, that's why I said that. Term. I can't speak and write at the same time. Okay, D is the difference between each term, all right? So let's have a go at doing an example with this. So if we're told to find the 38th term, you'll have to excuse my terrible writing, I'm still getting used to this. Okay, find the 38th term of the following sequence, okay? So if we've got 17, 20, 23, 26, etc., okay, we can tell that there's three numbers between each one. So A is going to be the first term, so it's 17. D is going to be 3 because there are three numbers between each term, all right? And, well, N is going to be 38 because we're asked to find the 38th term. So now we're just going to use our formula from the start, okay? So term 38 is A, which is 17, plus n minus 1, so 38 minus 1, times d, and in this case d is 3, isn't it? So term 38 is 17 plus 37 times 3. Alright, well you could have just typed this first line straight into your calculator, that's fine, it doesn't really matter. So you end up with 128. So the 38th term is 128. So all you're doing is taking this formula from the top and just putting in these three numbers, okay? This is what you want to put into your formula. Put into formula. Ah, I've just hit a button, which means I have no ink. There we go. Formula, okay? So these three numbers, you just stick them into the formula and it'll come up with a number. This is like the easy version of it, okay? So why don't we go and do another one? Okay, so let's have a go at doing another one. So what if we have to find the 41st term of the sequence that looks like this? Oops, I meant to write 103. 103, 96, 89, 82, etc., etc., etc. All right, so A is 103 because it's the first term. Well, N is 41 because we have to find the 41st term. And D is the difference between each. What's the difference between each one? Well, it's 7, okay? So we're going to use our formula from before. So we're going to go T41 equals A, which is 103, plus N minus 1, so 41 minus 1, times D, which is 7 in this case, okay? Remember our formula? It might have been easier if I had it sitting up the top of the page again, but sorry, I didn't have turned the page. So we do exactly the same thing as we, oh, sorry, no, we don't. D is not 7, D is minus 7. Ah, why is it doing that? D is minus 7 because we're actually going backwards by 7 each time. That's the difference with this example, okay? If you're going backwards, D has to be a negative number, all right? So we're going to make this minus 7. So we have 103 plus 40 times negative 7. Then you can put that straight into your calculator. You end up with minus 177. So the 41st term would be minus 177. Remembering our formula. Okay, so this is what we need to do when we're looking at our formula. We just pick it out and replace the letters. So we need to know A, we need to know D, and we need to know N. That's for this part, okay? So we might, later on I'll show you how to do some others, but for now, that'll do. That is how to find whatever number of whatever sequence.